Come back here. Alright, I'm in contact with female. What's wrong?
Show my family!
What do you mean you shot your family? Stay right here.
They're in the room! The room!
I might have some girls inside.
The girls! The girls!
It is 2:17 in the morning on October 30th, 2022. In Aurora, Colorado, officers are responding to a reported shooting. A young woman named Jessica Serrano has just fled her family home in pure terror. Inside, officers are about to walk into one of the most devastating crime scenes Aurora has ever seen. 4 adults shot dead. A family wiped out in a single night. And the man responsible was someone Jessica knew very, very well.
Alright, she's telling me he's just shot her family. Stay right there. Thank you. Where's he at? Over where? Where?
He's running! He's running!
5 Windy, multiple ambulances, please.
We're trying to go down north.
Hey, gloves and let's go.
The killers.
Give me some light. Give me some light. Sir, can you hear me? We got one hit. Give me some light over here. He's also got a wound to the chest. I don't see where he's hitting the head.
On the cheek. Possibly. You can see right there. Possible entrance. And it looks like it might have gone off through the...
He's actively bleeding through his chest by his right pectoral.
I've got one down, gunshot wound in the kitchen. Get the female out of here. Get out of here. Ma'am, come on. You need to get out of here. Come on. Go out there. Go out the side.
The girls! The girls!
What girls?
They're in the room! The room! I don't know! I don't know!
Okay, stay here. I need you to stay here.
The girls! The girls! The girls! The
I might have some girls inside. I want to ask you one question. Okay, how many people were in the house?
Me, my sister, and her boyfriend, and my dad.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much. No other children or anything else, right?
No.
Okay.
Is it unlocked or
The doors, the window's open, so.
There are 2
How many do we have in there?
children inside that bed that are they're good. Untouched.
Okay, so
Kids don't need anything.
Kids don't need anything.
I think those are her sister's kids.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah, I think those are her sister's kids. So.
Well, there's the sister. She's down. So can we get those kids out?
Is that where we came through? Yes.
About this one right here.
Huh?
This one?
He's bleeding from the face. He was face down. I rolled him. Okay, next one with me, please. Straight ahead. Looks like a GSW the face or head. All the ones that are down look like adults. I got one in the basement, one in the kitchen, one in a bedroom at the back door on the south side.
I got black outside, black,
Okay.
black.
So, yeah,
4 total.
4 total.
Inside that house, 4 people are dead. Ken, Mariana's boyfriend, is found at the foot of the basement steps. Mariana herself, Jessica's twin sister, is shot twice in the kitchen. Their father Jesus is in the hallway, also shot twice. And Rodolfo, a tenant living in an RV on the property, is dead in the backyard. The 2 young children, Mariana's daughters, are found unharmed in a locked room. Jessica is the only adult who made it out alive. The question burning through every officer on that scene is the same. Who did this? And why did they let Jessica live?
I was hiding in the
I need you to stay right here.
restroom.
I need you to stay right here.
I was hiding in the restroom calling 911. And he wanted me to leave with him. He wanted me to leave with him.
Tough news to bring you. 4 people were shot in Aurora overnight, and moments ago, police confirmed at least one of those people have died.
It was probably around 2 o'clock after I heard like a ting on the window, then I heard this gunshots, then I saw this girl screaming. She ran, shoom, like that, and then screaming and hollering, and then Seconds later, a guy in a white shirt and looked like black pants ran right after her, and she was screaming and screaming, and then all of a sudden he took off that way and she came screaming back to the house.
So he'd run in the street north?
He didn't run in the street. He went back that way in between the houses.
Did you see anybody carrying anything or anything like that?
No, they were running fast.
Okay.
He was running fast because as soon as the gunshots, she was probably 20 seconds
after that,
just screaming down. They were going fast. I mean, they were like lightning fast. They were that fast. So what got me was the gunshots.
Yeah.
How many do you think you heard?
For sure 3. For sure 3. Possible 4, but for sure 3. She was just screaming out of her lungs, like horrified, just tragic, horrified. She was just screaming. And then he started, calling her as he was running after her, so I don't know, he must have been the shooter.
Where all the webs are right there on that tree.
Oh, yeah, over there?
Right there, yeah.
So he ran over there.
He ran straight between the greenhouse and the White House.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah.
Going this way?
East.
I know that you and your dad, I believe, were at a party earlier in the night. Is that right? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
So when you got home, can you tell me, do you remember when you went down to your room, did you notice some things out of place?
Mm-hmm.
Talk to me about that.
I went to my closet and I was going to change into pajamas. And while I was going through my stuff, I have a TV in my closet, and in between the TV, his jacket was there.
Do you remember what the jacket looked like?
Orange.
Did you notice anything else?
Mm-hmm.
What else?
That was weird because it wasn't there before, so I just started looking around. And in my closet, to the left side, there's a hole.
Mm-hmm.
And inside, there was his parents.
And were they not there before?
No.
Jessica had recognized those belongings immediately. They belonged to her ex-boyfriend, 21-year-old Joseph Castorina. He had been hiding inside her home, waiting. Jessica and Joseph had known each other since middle school and had a child together, but the relationship had turned dangerous. He had been physically abusive for years. She had tried to leave repeatedly, and every time she did, things got worse. Joseph had installed himself as a shadow over her entire life, and on this night, he had let himself into her family's home without anyone knowing and waited in the dark.
What's going on, Jessica? Oh my God! There's shots fired at my house! Okay, what's going on? I don't know, I can't lost myself in the restroom. Okay. Help now! Stay on the phone with me. Help now! Stay on the phone with me. Just don't hang up. You don't have to talk. Who's outside? Did you see him? Okay. Okay, stay on the phone. Don't hang up.
Do you remember how you knew he was outside the bathroom door? Was he talking to you?
He was trying to open the window, the restroom window.
Okay.
Because I looked up and I saw a shadow. And I looked up and I saw him, and then that's when he shot to the wall.
Do you remember what he was saying to you?
He was, because at first my sister was she was banging on the door first.
Mm-hmm.
She was trying to get in and I was holding the door back, but with my back, so I was like this. And then I didn't open the door. And I guess she ran back, and that's when Joseph got her. That's when Joseph started kicking or punching the door. And he got in, and then he put the gun on right here, and he fell in there. Now, I don't know if he hit his head or not, but I got up as fast as I can, because I a little bit fell in there with him. And I got up, and then That's when I got up to the restroom and I saw my sister on the floor with her blanket over her and her hair. And then I saw the blood coming out. And then I went to the kitchen. And that's when I saw my dad on the floor too, with the big hole in his head. I got out the front door and I started screaming for help. And I was looking back just to see if he was chasing after me. And I started running. And that's when I saw him at the door with the gun in his hand. I started running down the street, and then I passed like 3-4 houses down our house. And that's when I jumped over the fence. And he was chasing after me, and he jumped over the fence. And then he started hugging me, and I started pushing him. And I asked him why he did it. And he said he should have never gotten my pants out of your closet.
He said you should have never gotten his pants out of the closet.
I was like, oh, he was downstairs hiding somewhere. And then from there, I jumped over the fence again. And he jumped over the fence, and then he grabbed my hand. He was like, come with me, come with me. I'm like, no. And then that's when I heard the siren, and I started running back home, and he started running the other way.
I mean, you guys have known each other since middle school, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember him punching and pulling your hair that day? Okay. Do you remember where he punched you?
My hand.
Okay.
And I think he accidentally hit Jadiel because I had him in my arms. And he was trying to take him away, I think.
Taking you back September 9th of 2021, so sort of the next year.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember what that fight was about?
He wanted to take me and Jadiel back to his house when we just wanted to spend the night at with my dad for at least a day, and he wouldn't let us. And I was downstairs because I went to go change Jadiel's diaper, and then I didn't really hear what they were arguing about, but I finished changing Jadiel's diaper and I was going up the stairs, and then that's when Joseph punched the block of wood that was in the window, and it accidentally hit Jadiel. And then from there, Joseph told my dad that he was gonna kill him.
Okay.
And
Did he say it was, do you remember if he said he was going to shoot him or how he was going to kill him? Just that he was going to kill him?
Yeah.
Okay.
This was not a one-time incident. Joseph had threatened Jessica's father's life years before the murders. He had been violent with her repeatedly. He had shown up at her workplace. He had followed her home. The family had installed security cameras specifically because of him. And yet, the cycle continued because Joseph had mastered a tool that many abusers use: control disguised as love. He would hurt her, then apologize. He would isolate her from her family, then present himself as her only option. And when she finally began to pull away for good, his behavior became even more dangerous.
So obviously in the days leading up to this, he was calling you, right?
Yeah, because he showed up at my job.
Was that why your dad was taking you there?
Yeah, like following me to work and taking me back to the house, following me back home. And that night my dad didn't follow me.
Do you remember that he had been pointing his gun at you?
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm sure at that point you were terrified, right?
Yeah.
But these are some of the questions I'm going to ask you. Did you ever not tell your family if you were with him? Would you cover for him?
They knew I was with him, but when he first hit me, I didn't want to be with him no more. But I didn't know what to do because he wouldn't leave me alone. And then he would follow me to the house, and he would be outside the house just stalking us, or he would follow me to work, and he would do this, he would do that. And then I'll tell his parents, hey, Joseph's outside the house and this and that. No, he told me he's at his friend's house. So
Had you seen him in the backyard? Like peeking in and stuff, or?
My sister woke me up in the morning and she told me, hey, Joseph's outside in the backyard trying to get in or peeking through the window. And then she's the one, I think she called the cops, and then they came and we showed them the cameras.
Is that why you guys had cameras in the house? Was it because of him? Were you scared to end the relationship with him?
Well, at first, I had my first kid with him, so I was a little attached to him.
Yeah.
And then I kept forgiving him, telling me that he was going to change and this and that. He just never did. So I'm like, I started distancing myself, and that's when stuff got really worse. He was always harassing me, like telling me, if you do this, I'm going to do this to you. But not to my family, only to me.
After he would hit you, or the incidents we just talked about, the 3, would he apologize after and say, what would he do?
He would hug me and start kissing me. That night I got out of work and I got in my car, and then I saw him in the back of the car. Not inside the car, but like outside. I'm like, gosh. Because I told him, I'll meet you there. But I was going to go home. And I was in the car, and then he was like, so we're going to go? Because I put my window down, and I was like, let's go. And then he was like, no, I'm going to go with you. I'm like, oh, goddamn. So I had to take his ass with me and go eat sushi with his cousin. We're in his car sleeping, and I was waiting for him to so he can fall asleep and then get out. And then I was just waiting and waiting and waiting. And then he had the gun right here. He fell asleep. So I opened the door as fast as I can, and I got off and I fell. And I got in the car. And then he was screaming at me to open the door because I locked the doors, and he just wouldn't let me leave. He would get in front of the car and he wouldn't let me leave. He got on top of the what's it called? Yeah. And he, how am I supposed to drive with him on top of there? And then he started screaming at me, and he hit the window and he broke it and all the glass. And then once he hit the window, that's when I was able to drive off. And then he started following me in his Hummer. And then I was driving home as fast as I can, and once I got home, he stopped following me, and I don't know where he left after that. And then I parked behind my sister's car, and then I was hitting her door, like, open the door! And then my sister saw me, and then Ken saw me, and my dad, they were like, what happened? And then my dad started crying because I had blood all over me. And Joseph did this and this and this, and they're like, call the cops.
That incident with the car window happened just 1 week before the murders. After that night, Jessica's family urged her to get a protection order against Joseph. She did, but as history shows, a piece of paper is not always enough. Joseph Castorina was not someone who respected boundaries, laws, or the safety of others. He had now crossed every line that existed. And on October 30th, 2022, he crossed the final one. Officers on the ground now had a name and a face. The search was on, but Joseph had already run.
I mean, we've kicked her out of our house many times, and cops have been to our house many times because of them. Do you guys know what happened to how many people did he shoot?
I can't tell you that information. I can't even tell you anything about the case, okay? We just want to make sure that we get him in custody and that we can do that safely, okay? That's our biggest deal, okay? I know this is difficult. It's one of those things where you want to protect your brother and you want to protect your family. I'm just telling you at this point in time, this is the best way to protect him, is to make sure that we can get in contact with him and find out and get him in custody. That's the biggest thing, because the last thing we want, like I said, is him running around and he does something and some other agency contacts him or something happens and we end up having to, something bad happens at that point, okay? So we're going to go ahead and we got consent to go in the house. Go ahead and do a search of the house.
Do you think he's in there?
We don't know. We got consent.
Is there anybody else in there?
They're saying no.
And who is they?
The family.
And what's his connection to them?
Their mom and sister, and I think 2 sisters, and then a nephew.
Joseph, come out with your hands up and empty. This is your own police department. Come out now. This is your final warning, Joseph. You're under arrest. With your hands up and empty. Please don't make us use force. A dog will find you and he will bite you.
Joseph had vanished on foot in cold weather without his car keys or his shoes, both left behind in the Serrano home. But he hadn't vanished alone. His phone had been deliberately discarded to throw off tracking, and the calls his family made to relatives in Mexico in the hours after the murders told investigators everything they needed to know about where he might be headed. Detectives now turned their attention to the people who helped him get away, his younger brother Juan and his cousin Carlos Flores.
The days before this all happened, had he been complaining about Jessica? Had he talked to you all about what was going on?
No, not really. I was really working and putting in school, so I wasn't really paying attention to it.
In the weeks leading up to it, had he complained about her being a pretty volatile relationship, right? Can you tell me about that?
I don't know if it was a week or not before that, but they did have a little altercation at the house. I wasn't there. I got told when I came back home from work or school. I don't know which day it was exactly. But I don't know. I guess.
Who told you?
I think that's when that protection order got.
You go to bed, and how does Joseph wake you up?
He comes up to me. I'm not asleep. I'm on my phone, but I'm laying down and I have the lights off. He comes and he's like really panicked, and he says if I can take him somewhere. But he's all in a rush. So I grab my shoes and my key. So I start driving, and then we hit Peoria, and then on Peoria I'm asking him where am I going to take him. He says just keep driving, and then at that point I am pressing. I'm telling him like, what did you do? Why are you freaking out? And he keeps on repeating the same things over and over, that he f***ed up, that he didn't know what he did, and he was repeating and grabbing his head like he was like stressed or anxious. I don't know. He did say that he had shot. I don't remember who he said he had shot, but he had shot. I think he said Mariana. I think that was the name he had said.
Made some international calls to Mexico.
I did.
Who'd you call?
Auntie.
Who's Auntie?
My mom's sister.
Why'd you call her?
Just to inform her what had happened.
Okay, so that seems a little odd.
It does.
You're calling Mexico, right?
It does.
What was your thinking on that?
Well, she is my mom's sister, and she is very close to us. And I had called her and I had told her that she knew what had happened, and she said that she didn't know. That she just had woken up, and I told her to call my mom and call my dad, and that was it. And Carlos opens the door, and he obviously knew what had happened because he had obviously asked me if I knew what had happened as well. And I said I didn't know exactly what had happened, but I know that he did that, and I didn't know if they were dead or not. And that's when I dropped him off there, and he comes around. He's still in the back seat. He comes around to the driver's side door and opens the door, and he gives me a hug and says, "This might be the last time you see me." He tells me that he doesn't want to kill himself, but that he is, and that this might be the last time I see him, and that to tell his son that he loves him and to take care of them, and to tell my family, of course, that he loves them. And then that happened, and then I just drove off, and I left him there.
Juan had driven his brother away from a murder scene in the middle of the night, called relatives in Mexico, and said nothing to police, even after learning 4 people were dead. Detectives placed him under arrest. The next link in the chain was Carlos Flores, Joseph's cousin, who was interviewed at his workplace 2 days after the murders. Carlos was evasive at first, but investigators already knew more than he realized. His phone records told a story his words tried to hide.
You guys talk a lot?
No, we and him left on bad terms ever since. Just like something happened between him and him next door.
never wanted to talk to him ever again. You guys think he's on the run to Mexico, right?
No. Well, maybe. That could be, right? I mean, let's leave that as a possibility. It sounds like you think that would be pretty lucky, like unlikely.
Yeah, but you have to be pretty lucky to get that, you know?
Or you just have to have a cousin or an aunt or somebody that would give you bus money. Back up. Your brother commits a crime.
Yeah.
Let's say you have a brother. Your brother commits a really violent crime.
Yeah.
You call someone that you haven't talked to in a long time
Yeah.
for no reason and say, if you see my brother, have him turn himself in. Then, again for no reason, you drive all the way across town. When you have family in other places that you could drive to, you drive all the way across town to a person that you supposedly barely know and don't get along with very well, and you go to his house when it's likely that that brother's in his car. And I guess my question to you is, when we start putting all this together, do you want to be smug and say, I don't know anything, or just tell us what you really do know? And right now, I think you're leaving some stuff out.
Really, right? Listen, you've been interrupting us the entire time.
Okay.
We just told you what we know, and we probably know more, right? He killed 4 people. This isn't a game.
It's not a game.
It's not. So we know that you had contact with him. Stop sitting here and BSing us and telling us that you don't know anything.
What happened was, I get a phone call saying my brother committed a crime. He killed his suegro, which is his father-in-law. I was like, oh, okay. They were like, he was like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do either. Like, just don't come over here. And then I hang up. Thing is, they come back. They like couple minutes later, which is like 4 something. They show up to my house. He showed up to my house. I think he was in the car. You know, that's my assumption. Joseph was in the car. Mocho is like, Junior gets down, says, I don't know what to do, I'm scared. You know, okay, like, okay, what should you do? Like, what should you be able to do? I was like, okay, you figure it out, it's your brother, not my problem, I don't want to get in it.
A man wanted for more than a month now for killing a family and a neighbor in Aurora is in custody.
Joseph Castorena had been moving from family member to family member across Mexico for over a month. But he had treated people in his life the same way he had treated Jessica, with control and manipulation, and those bridges had burned. No one would shelter him for long. He was eventually recognized and taken into custody. The next day, he was extradited back to the United States. Detectives from Colorado flew out to speak with him, but Joseph, now aware of exactly what he was facing, had very little to say.
I'd really like to hear, your side of the story. We've talked to quite a few of your family members.
Yeah, man. So, from what I see in the news, it's totally different. So, my side.
Right.
Now, things happen.
Right, okay. And you don't want to...
No.
It's my understanding you already have been.
Have been what?
Talking about what's going on.
Somewhat.
You just don't want to tell us, or what?
Well, I just feel more comfortable concerning, to be honest. Just the way I'm feeling.
I mean, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of your only opportunity here to kind of give us your side of it, so.
Yeah.
But that's it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a problem with just comfortable with an attorney. I haven't been myself lately.
It sounds like you made some self-defense kind of claims, and I mean, that could... again, we don't know what happened, right? I guess we were told that you were talking to the Mexican authorities.
Not really. Not really, no. They're a little more brutal, so.
I told you guys to hurry up and get here. You guys always take long. We always called you guys about him, always coming here, doing this and that. You guys don't arrest him. The dad and the mom always bails him out. It's always the same.
Joseph Castorena went to trial in May 2024. A jury found him guilty of 4 counts of first-degree murder and 1 count of attempted murder. In September 2024, he received 4 life sentences. The judge described him as an insignificant little man with a big gun. He has never publicly explained why he did it. Prosecutors believe the restraining order enraged him and that his motive was simple. If he could not have Jessica, no one would. Her family got in the way. Juan and Carlos were also arrested for their roles in helping him flee.